Hey, what's up, guys? I just want to make a quick video tonight about sex on the first date. Before I start talking about this, I want to make this very clear that this is my opinion and my viewpoints, and possibly the opinion and viewpoints of other women. In no way, shape, or form is this video going to depict the opinions or the viewpoints of men and how they feel about sex on the first date. Why? Because I am not a man, so I cannot speak for men. I don't know what they think or how they're thinking. I can only assume, and since I'm not into the business of really assuming a lot when it comes to my YouTube videos, I'm just going to leave that version and that viewpoint out of this video. Hopefully, maybe one day I can get a male to come on here with me and give his viewpoint and his opinion on sex on the first date. But for right now, I'm just going to stick to the ladies. So, here we go. My opinion and my viewpoint on sex on the first date. First, I'm going to say that in reality, none of us should be sexually active unless we're married, because that's what sex was really made for. Consecration of marriage, to bear a child, for man and woman, husband and wife to come together and to create offspring, bear children. So if you're not married legally and under God, you should not be being sexually active. But this is 2020, and unfortunately, most of us are sexually active. Hopefully, you're being smart and you're being safe if you're being sexually active. Moving forward, do I agree with sex on the first date? I personally do not agree with sex on the first date. I think that it takes away from the thrill and the excitement and the intrigue of getting to know a person. Especially, I know I said I wasn't going to speak on the men opinion, but I am going to say this. I do feel like a lot of men will lose interest in the woman if she gives it up on the first night. I feel like with most men, and this is just common known knowledge, it's all about the chase. Most men want to feel like the man, they want to be the head. And so just the aspect of the chase of even conquering that woman is what excites the man. So if on the first night he can bag you, I mean, what's the point in continuing to show interest and to try to get to know you and to try to conquer you, which is the whole mission at hand. So if you already gave up the conquer in the beginning, there's nothing else left for him to put in the work for. So that's one reason why I don't agree with sex on the first day, because if you're a woman, I feel like it will cause the man to lose interest in you quickly, and vice versa. There are some men out here that will sleep with the woman on the first date, and that will cause the woman to lose interest possibly in the man, vice versa. So I don't agree with that. Another reason why I don't agree with sex on the first day is because you haven't really gotten a chance to really know this person. Now, granted, hopefully you've had time to converse with this person on the phone, through text message, however. And so you've got a little insight into this person, but until you've really spent time in the person's presence and been able to feel that person's energy and aura, you really don't really have a good sense of who a person is. So you don't really know what you're getting into laying down with this person. Now, again, in previous videos, I've spoken about how sex is a spiritual act, how bringing two people together and engaging in a sexual act is basically joining spirits, conjoining souls. And so you don't know what kind of baggage or demons or negative energy this person is carrying or weighing on their person and their spirit. And so you don't want to lay down and engage in sexual activity with this person, taking on their negative energy and their demons and their bad spirits onto you and the baggage that you're already carrying. Now you're weighed down with somebody else's baggage. And that's why a lot of us find ourselves anxious and depressed and dealing with a lot of emotional, mental health issues, because we've taken on baggage of so many other people, not even in a sexual form, just maybe in a friendship or in any dynamic. Someone can come around you and bleed their energy off onto you, and you can pick it up and absorb it. And now you're weighed down with this person's energy. So number two reason for not having sex on the first date is because you haven't really got enough time or insight into this person's background and who this person really is, and the values that they have and the standards that they have as a person, even to know if they're the type of person that protects themselves during sex or is mentally or emotionally healthy to even engage in sex or any of those things. You don't know those things right off the bat. So it's not healthy for you mentally, emotionally, physically to lay down and engage in sexual activity with the person that you just met. So reason one why you shouldn't engage in sex, the person, man or female, could lose interest in you very quickly. Reason two, because you don't have enough information and background on this person to trust them with your body, your spirit, your soul, to lay down with them and engage in sexual activity. Reason number three being why you shouldn't have sex with somebody on the first date. I feel like it ruins that moment. Like, what's the rush? I feel like we should take our time when we get to know people. I feel like sex is like the icing on the cake. There should be other things that bind you and draw you and connect you to that person other than sex. So I guess I would say the third reason really is find another connection. Do not let connection be the premise or the basis of why you're interested in this person. And I feel like if you have sex on the first date, that will strongly head that either take away the interest or head the interest. It will impede the interest in negative connotations and negative reasons. So now you'll really just be focused on the lust aspect. Lust will take you over and you'll never really be able to gain real, true, genuine feelings for this person because the lust of sexual activity so early into the situation of the relationship or entanglement, whatever you got going on, is going to head everything else. So the third reason I say don't have sex on the first date is because it will possibly, this is not in all cases, it will possibly start to be the focal point moving forward in any relationship that you may have with this person. So it's best to put that on the background and put other things that should be more pivotal and important first, such as getting to know this person intellectually, spiritually, emotionally, financially, finding the likes and the dislikes of this person. If you and this person can even coexist together instead of wasting your time engaging in sexual activity with this person and then finding out later that the relationship was never even meant to be in the first place. So those are my three reasons why I said that you should not engage in sex on the first date. The first reason being why you should not engage in sexual activity on the first date is because I feel like for both sexes, men and women, it could cause the person to lose interest too quick. The second reason is I don't feel like on the first date that you have enough information on this person's background, life history, standards, beliefs, integrity, anything about this person to lay down and trust this person with your soul, your spirit, your life, your body, any of those things. The third reason why I feel like you shouldn't have sex on the first date is because it can become the focal point moving forward of any relationship that you could have, which you could also create a negative relationship or a toxic relationship because sex was put at the forefront too early and other things like intellect, spirituality, emotional stability, financial stability, standards, beliefs, all those kind of things were not put at the focal forefront of the relationship, and those aspects were not focused on. Instead, sex was introduced early, and so that was the main prime source aspect, and you find yourself in a toxic relationship with somebody that you never should have been with because you didn't take the time to figure out those key things about them that you really need to know to establish whether a relationship would be successful or not, instead of putting sex at the foreground. Now, I'm going to say this before I close my video out, and people might say I'm crazy, but this is why I believe. If you meet a person, and most of us, men or women, when we meet a person, we know what our intention for this person is. You feel me? So if you meet a person and you just know, like ladies, I'm going to speak ladies. We know when we meet a man what our intentions for him is. From the top of his head to the bottom of his feet when we look him up and down. When we get that conversation, we get that vibe and we pick it up, we know what our intentions for this man could be. So we know if we're interested in a man that we can see him in our life, in our future as being our man, or if he's just a fly-by-night kind of dude. So if you meet somebody like that, man or a woman, and if you know off the top that this is just going to be a fly-by-night kind of dude, and you feel comfortable enough and you're healthy and you're whole enough and you're protecting yourself and you feel like you want to engage in sexual activity with this person, then that's your business. You know, I'm not telling people out here what to do and what not to do. Me personally, I don't believe in sex on the first date, but I'm nobody's I'm somebody's mama, but I'm no grown person's mama to get on my channel and try to tell people what to do. I only speak my viewpoints. So if you know that that person is not going to be a candidate for being in a relationship in your life, or a husband or wife potential, but they do have the potential to just be a friend with benefits, and that's where you see them, and that's cool, and that's how y'all are rocking, and y'all can do that with no drama, and in a healthy form and fashion where nobody is hurt or nobody is tainted in the situation, then by all means do so, whatever makes you happy and makes your spirit feel at ease and at peace and feel right. But if you see a potential in this person to grow with you and to be with you, and you really want to try to establish a real relationship with this person, to grow and build together for long term, such as marriage, then no, I would not suggest having sex with this person on the first date at all, ever. I would suggest that you put other things at the focal point of your relationship to focus on, to build the relationship, to make sure that the relationship is built on a strong foundation and that it is healthy. And any relationship built just off lust for sex or looks or any of those things is not going to be built on a strong foundation. It's not going to be healthy. A strong foundational relationship is built on two people first establishing themselves as friends, getting to know each other mentally, emotionally, spiritually, financially, on all different aspects, being equally yoked, knowing that you guys can become one and be equal together and grow together in a healthy fashion, and establish a family together and have assets and reap benefits together and be happy, whole, and at peace. That is how you establish a healthy relationship, not by putting sex at the focal point. So if you feel like somebody you meet and you really like them and you're digging their vibe and you see them in your future, then no, I would not suggest that you sleep with them, because it could offset the whole dynamic of what could have been a happy life and a happy relationship for you. So that's it for now, guys. You know what it is. As always, like, share, subscribe to my channel. Tell your friend to tell a friend to tell a friend to subscribe to my channel. Spread light, spread love, and spread peace. I say.